Hey everybody, it's Seth Jones, Editor-in-Chief of Landscape Management Magazine, and this is exciting. I'm doing a 5 questions interview in person at the right spot at the bar. I'm being joined by Phil Schoggen. He is the VP and co-owner of SchoggenScapes in you're in Mississippi, Clinton, Mississippi. Phil, thanks for taking the time to sit and chit chat with me about the industry a little bit.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Cool. So my first question is an easy one. Just tell me about the company.
So we were founded in 2001 and founded as Premier Lawn Landscape, and we rebranded the business in 2010 and changed it to SchoggenScapes, did a whole new marketing campaign. And since that point, we've grown into a full service landscape company, maintenance, construction, hardscape, irrigation, outdoor lighting, drainage, all those services. So it's me and my brother that are in business together. And we've got about 35 employees that help us take care of all our clients.
What got you into the business? How did you find your way here?
Well, kind of my degree is actually in construction from Mississippi State, but my brother one day when we were kids said, "Hey, you want to come help me cut a yard?" And so went and helped him cut a yard at 9 years old, and he was 12. And mom drove us around in the back of a Malibu car with a mower and push broom, so
Oh my God.
electric weed eater. So here we are now, and 15 trucks and everything else is going on. So quite a story.
What kind of equipment do you guys use?
So all our mowers mainly are X marks.
Okay.
We have some industrial properties where we use the Kubota diesels and things like that. Handhelds, Red Max, mainly on those. We have some steel chainsaws and cutoff saws, things like that. So that's mainly our mowers and Kubota tractors, Bobcat skid steers, Kubota excavators. Our trucks we run, super long trucks. Tony Bass and them, they build those for us. So we've been using those since 2015. So I met Tony years ago. Actually, I was in high school and met Tony when he still had his company. And we went to lunch one day at an Alca event and in Atlanta. So I met him then. He was just getting started with super long trucks. And so 14 years later, I called him up and was like, "Hey, I need one of these trucks." So we use those and have really enjoyed those as far as our maintenance division.
Any tools in the shop stick out to you as something that you really enjoy using, or it could be anything. That could be your cell phone. I don't know. What's your favorite tool to get the job done?
Man, as far as tools to get stuff done, I'm one of those. I'm not gonna say I like to spend money, but I don't mind spending money if it makes our job easy, or the guy's job easy.
Yeah.
Okay, whether it's office personnel or field personnel, if we can spend the money and it can make us more profitable and make their job easier and help us be more efficient, I'm all about spending it.
Yeah.
So we really enjoyed our ditch switch skid steers, mini skid steers and things like that. Those really were a big upgrade for us when we started using those a whole lot. And then of course software. We've been doing digital time tracking since 2006, and so we now went to a Boss landscape management software last year, and so we implemented that April of 22. So we enjoying it, everything all being together, and just those tools are the most valuable, I guess.
Okay, good. So think back, and I like to ask people for advice, either advice that you've been given or advice that you like to give. I don't know if it's the crew or whatever, but do you have any words of wisdom or advice that has kind of always stuck with you?
I guess general, just kind of life construction advice in general. My granddad once told me, he was like, if you do what you say you're going to do, when you said you're going to do it, you'll have more work than you can do. And that's kind of what we try and live by, is if we tell Miss Jones we're going to be there Friday at 1 o'clock, we're there Friday at 1 o'clock, and if we say here's the budget for it, we keep the client informed with it. And, some projects go over budget, but things happen, especially in this market. But as long as you communicate with the client, and let them know that, really pays off for us.
That's good. Good. Awesome. Well, Phil, I appreciate it. It's been good getting to know you, and thanks for taking the time to sit here and chat with me about the industry.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thanks for having me, sir.
Absolutely. Everybody, this is Phil Schoggen. He is the co-owner and vice president of SchoggenScapes in Mississippi. I'm Seth Jones, Landscape Management Magazine. Thanks for watching us here on Landscape Management TV.